Thalmor Manor discovered. I love the actual structure. I love the model, the textures. That's really nice. I also like that I can still hear the waves from outside. Hello?
Huh?
Oh, hi. I was wondering if they were going to turn hostile, because at first they didn't detect us, at first they didn't mind when we first stepped inside. Oh, I need you to move, Nicholas. There you go. I hope I encounter a lich at some point, because I do have a lich slayer now. I also like how everyone's just popping through the door. But we've created a little bit of a choke point for them. They just come right through and we keep slaying them. Anybody home in this lovely, lovely manor? That goes outside to the balcony we saw. Gotta go a little further up. Hi there. Stop right there!
That's funny. I expected one of you to show up, but not the dog, too.
What do you wish to accomplish with that Elder Scroll?
Oh, the mercenary can form a complete thought. You have a habit of killing before asking questions, as you've shown my comrades.
They attacked first, to be fair. Also, that's where you would put the Elder Scroll, but I don't see it. Enough sarcasm. Tell me what you want to do with the scroll.
You really have no idea, do you?
No.
Of course you don't.
That's why I'm asking.
You couldn't possibly understand the power this scroll can offer, how it can change the balance of power in these provinces. But I suspect you'll know soon enough, as thrall to the Thalmor.
I don't think so. While playing with the Elder Scroll, you have transformed the whole island. It's very purple now, and people don't like that or something.
Impressive. So you've managed to figure out that this scroll has changed the island. But did you know that in the short time we started using it, we have managed to open portals to oblivion?
Actually, yes.
Can you imagine what we could do when we master time with this artifact?
Why would you even want such power? Stop the madness. Now.
If I must spell everything out for you. We have the power to rule over the whole of Tamriel with this Elder Scroll.
No, I get that.
But we should stop. Because you say so.
Yes.
I think not.
And what do you, perchance, get out of this mess?
Me? Do you not understand? Elven supremacy is the only future here. Then the Ultima will finally get what we deserve.
I like how he's confused that I want to stop him. Why wouldn't I want to stop him? You're craving power, trying to prove yourself for an order that doesn't care.
You know nothing of me. No matter. I'm finished talking to you. You understand nothing, and you both will fall for the Thalmor.
Like fall in love?
You're not getting away!
You will never stop us.
What a, embarrassing pose to die in, too. Cellar key. And I'm gonna take your beef. Take that. Also, unfortunately, the scroll's not here. Oh. Dragon Slayer book. I like that it has the symbol for the Elder Scrolls blades on it.
Can I help you?
Here, I found a key to the cellar.
Makes sense. Everything shady happens in a cellar. We should go now. Hopefully the elf is not gone yet.
Yeah, that's a scroll stand right there. The fact that it's empty, it's a little concerning. Oh! This is why you gotta check all the rooms. New shield unlocked. The powerful shield called Pandemonium is said to have been forged in the chaotic elemental plane when fire, ice, and lightning constantly clash. Where, not when, but... That's gonna be nice. Lay me a skull. I can't take the eggs, but I do like little bonus items like that. I do wish there was a better kind of transition between the floors, even just putting a door there. I feel like would just make it look a little cleaner. Oh, I see torture equipment. Yeah. It's a lot of blood. How far down does that go? I don't want to try and go down there. I think I would fall. You ready for another portal?
Greetings.
Do you see what I see?
So this is what the Manor was hiding. I wouldn't even be shocked if the whole place was built on top of it to hide it for further use.
I don't like where this is going.
Me neither. But with an open gate to oblivion right in front of us, do we really have a choice? At least we know the scroll is able to open portals, and maybe through time. That's one thing we can expect now. We've gone this far, so let's see it through.
Fine. You were right since the beginning. Hopefully you still are.
Thank you for following me, despite thinking I'm a crazy person, and not abandoning me on an iceberg in Skyrim. All right, let's do this.
In my defense, Rillia thought you sounded crazy. I thought you always sounded pretty sane. I just want to save so I can see if I actually fall down this. Okay, good. I'm glad you don't. It looked like you might have been able to. I'm really, really glad that's not the case. I needed to know for certain. I had to check it out for myself. Oh. It's a weird transitional zone. It's showing it right here, too. Does it work? No, okay. No, it doesn't. Oh. Are we in Akavir, or do you think we went back in time to the Akavir potentate? Well, it's a portal, so I don't know if we'd go back in time necessarily.
Greetings, warriors.
Maybe I was wrong. Maybe we did go back in time. Hello?
I am Drake of Blades, guardian of the Dragonfires, and you have entered the Abyss.
The Abyss? What is this place?
The Abyss is a realm of oblivion. It is limitless. Anything you can imagine, you may find here.
Bacon-wrapped shrimp.
There are ruins, dragons, spirits, even cities. Everything is possible within the Abyss.
We went very different ways with that, didn't we? How do you know all this?
It was I who opened the portal for you.
Well, thank you.
You still looked eager to fight the Thalmor with the Elder Scroll. Was I wrong?
No, you're right. I do want to find the Thalmor.
Good. Now let me tell you what I've seen. The Elder Scroll he is experimenting on is closely linked to the realm of the Abyss. By meddling with it, he has weakened a dragonfire in the chain now. The Abyss is collapsing onto it. If he isn't stopped, the chain will soon be an extension of the Abyss. There is no telling what horrors from oblivion will be unleashed upon the world if this comes to pass.
And how do we avoid all this?
You see, the Elder Scroll remains highly volatile. Then again, the Elder Scrolls are still a mystery to all of us. It is best kept that way. Take the scroll and safeguard it in a place where no one will ever find it. Afterwards, erase all memory of it yourself.
And what about the chain?
Ah yes, the chain. There is a fireplace near Cellar which is more than it appears. It used to be a dragonfire, and serve as a barrier against invasions from the plains of oblivion. It must be rekindled, and I have the conviction that you are the one and only one capable of doing so.
I get that a lot. Well, how should I proceed?
Here. When the time is right, place this amulet within the dragonfire, and the ritual will commence. You will become the guardian of this dragonfire, and the chain will be safe from oblivion again. But first, you must stop the Thalmor.
Alright, but I need to know where he is. Do you happen to know anything?
I do. He is hiding deep within the abyss. You will need to leave this place and chase him into this realm's depths. Once you start, however, you can never go back. So go. Go through all the planes of the abyss until you find him. The fate of the chain is in your hands. I am counting on you, warriors.
Can I talk to some of the people here before I venture on out? It is nice that we do have an oven. They said I could imagine anything here. And honestly, yeah, I would most likely imagine fresh pastries. That does sound like me. I am playing on an updated version of the mod, which should have the music working now. The mod author did comment that in the previous release and the original release, there was just a bug or an oversight that prevented the music from being loaded in, but I actually hear it right now.
Good day, traveler.
Oh, good day. What should I expect in the abyss?
Anything, from allies to enemies, from ruins to caves to forest. It can be anything, so you should always remain careful.
You sound oddly
You never
French.
know what you will find there.
This is a minor thing. This is meant more as a suggestion or just kind of like a general, I guess, tip for the future. You can hear a very kind of slight, like, click when his lines start because of the background noise. Even if you're not able to eliminate the background noise altogether, one thing that you can do to minimize, like, that sort of really harsh click when the file starts is using a crossfade, using either like a constant gain or exponential fade so that it's not as sudden and it fades in a little bit better if you can't get rid of all that ambient noise in the back.
This is the abyss, an oblivion plane, where anything is possible.
And one of the reasons I say that is I know that not everyone is necessarily an audio engineer or has the means to eliminate all background noise, and even adding, you know, the fade in, fade out might not be something everyone has access to, but just me kind of spitting out ideas. What do you mean?
This place has no end and no definite form. Once you go through a corridor, you could end up in a very different place all of a sudden.
It explains why it looks like we're in Akvir right now.
Exactly, in the abyss. Expect the unexpected. This is my way of living now.
One thing that I really, really like, and one thing I want to commend, is that the mod author does make a lot of references and a lot of mentions to the Elder Scrolls Blades, the mobile game. And I am of the opinion that, you know, I'm not a big mobile person myself, but there was some cool lore, some cool concepts, including the Abyss in Blades, and it's really cool to see them lean into that and, you know, maybe make some of those stories and aspects of the lore more available to people who wouldn't otherwise know about them. What do you do around here?
Me? Not much anymore.
I can see
I
that.
am raising my grandson, but that's it. Once he's ready to leave, I might try to go through that Oblivion Gate and rediscover the world outside of the Abyss. I am too old to be an explorer anyways.
Not with that attitude, I guess.
Be careful out there.
Well, no promises. I will try to be careful.
Greetings.
So, what do you think is, going on through the Abyss? What do you think about going through the Abyss? Sorry, I can't read.
I don't like this, but it seems like if we want to stop the Thalmor, there's no other option. I don't even know for how long we're going to have to go through the Abyss. But I'm glad you're here with me. Let's find him. All right.
Well, there's gotta be some other people here. He said his grandson's here. I want to talk to everyone that I can. I don't know if we'll have any side quests in the Abyss, but can you imagine?
What can I do for you?
Who are you?
The name is Livius Cellar. And you? What are you doing here?
I'm looking for a rogue Thalmor with an Elder Scroll. You know, no big deal. Have you seen him?
Oh, I'm afraid I have no idea what the Thalmor is.
Okay, he shrunk down when
I
he stopped
also
using
don't
it.
know what an Elder Scroll is.
What? Have you never seen the Thalmor? Did no one ever tell you about them?
Not really. You see, I was born here, in the Abyss, and I never left. I was raised by my parents until they left to explore the Abyss.
What happened to them?
I don't know. All I know is that the Abyss is a land with no end, a land of infinite possibilities. But this also has a drawback. It is almost impossible to go back to where you came from. So they left, and I will probably never see them again.
You know, this doesn't bode well for me going off into the abyss then. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to remind you of them.
Don't be. That is what I aspire to do as well. Just live a life of infinite adventures. Sounds great, doesn't it?
Because when he said grandson, I imagined, like, child.
Good luck on your quest.
I know I've mentioned it before, I just always find it so funny because, characters, they grow or shrink in size, whatever's needed in order to use workbenches, smelters, etc. At their designated height. So it's always so funny, because I've seen it before where a kid, like a child, will go up to use a workbench and they just grow almost twice in size. And for me, I just find that shit hilarious. I wonder if that's ever something that they could fix for future games. I don't even know if that's a thing they fixed for Fallout 4, come to think of it. But if I'm remembering the Elder Scrolls Blades right, which it has been a couple years since I played it, so I may be forgetting it. If I'm remembering correctly, the Abyss in Blades is essentially an endless dungeon. It's a randomized endless dungeon mode. And it's something that I always really liked as well. It's something that I always had a lot of fun in when I did play Blades. And I think when I played it, it was usually a mix of caves or alien ruins. But the idea being that it could be anything, so it being a Dwemer ruin right now also fits in. But there were a lot of cool things in Blades, whether it was designs, armors, stuff like that, and it's cool to see some of that acknowledged and implemented into the game. Truth be told, it's one of the reasons why I really like the alternative armor creation club items, because it takes a lot of the armor styles from Blades, which, in my opinion, are just absolutely gorgeous. Like Steel Soldier, Silver Armor, which I use Silver Armor pretty much as my go-to armor, my standard armor for the modded playthrough, and I adore it.
Come on, be careful.
What do you mean, be careful? I'm plenty careful. I just crawled through that rubble. Is that not considered careful? Is that... Well, honestly, probably that is not considered very careful. That looks treacherous. No, I could get through that in real life. I could squeeze through that, I feel. Now, the thing that I would be curious about is this actually randomized? And the reason I'm asking that is because of how short each of these zones is, I can see this actually being randomized. What I could do is I could reload a save and see. But I want to actually get through all of this first. I want to get through all of this and then maybe test that later. And I could check that out for when I get to the end of the mod and do my review. Not that it really matters either way. It would be a cool little thing if it was, but it wouldn't be like a make or break thing if it was or wasn't randomized. I'm still kind of operating under the assumption that Nicholas traveled through time, because he was saying it's like, oh, they're starting to mess with the Jane, it's starting to turn purple. Meanwhile, the mayor, oh. Meanwhile, the mayor was telling us, oh, it's been doing this for 20 years. I have never seen a clothed slowed before. You know what? It's a good look for them. I prefer them clothed. Your lips terrify me.
An unfamiliar face this one sees.
You're not hostile? What are you doing here?
This place was my home until it was dragged into the abyss. But what are you seeking in this infinite realm?
A member of the Thalmor is hiding in the abyss with an Elder Scroll.
A mer with an Elder Scroll. This explains the confusion this one reads on your face. But the abyss always leads you to different planes, so there is no way to know if you will ever find them. Unless they find you.
If they find me, what do you mean?
Elder Scrolls are obscure creations. They exist and they don't. They are in the present, in the past, and in the future. They foretell events that have happened in the past and events that have yet to happen. If your mer has found a way to read it, they probably know what could happen. Or not.
Why are you talking in riddles?
Riddles. Elder Scrolls are riddles themselves, tools with divine properties that we have yet to understand. If this mer managed to control this scroll, there is no way to know what they know.
The Thalmor managed to open portals through time and space with this scroll.
Portals? This one
Portals.
is intrigued.
Now you're thinking
Reading
with
was
portals.
never their intent, but they wanted to use its power and time.
Do you know what could happen if they managed to control it?
This artifact holds as much mystery for this one as it does for you. Elder Scrolls have been used to seal tombs and to break curses. Surely they could harness enough power to travel through time. If you don't stop them, you will figure it out soon enough.
Alright then, I guess I should go.
Our paths may never cross again.
Don't
Let
threaten me
it
with a good
remain
time.
that way.
Okay, we had the same thought there. We had the same thought of, I hope I don't see you again.
This one greets you.
How come you're not hostile? Aren't people afraid of Sloads?
What living thing is there to contest my existence on this plane?
Good point.
You are one of the few that ever passes by this one's home.
Do you have a rash on your
Taking
knee?
lives is futile. This one has no uses for corpses. This one is a better friend than enemy.
I don't know if I would say we're friends. We both just said I hope I never see you again. What do you know about the Elder Scrolls?
Their purpose is abstract. They exist beyond time and space. Their prophecies have happened, might happen, or never will. They hold the power of creation and annihilation. Many see them as gifts, but they could very well be a curse. This one would rather steer clear from these divine artifacts, for you will never know what could happen.
Meanwhile, I've got 3 in my pocket right now. And I've used them multiple times. I used the dragon, at the throat of the world. I used it again when doing the whole Dawnguard thing. How can I trust you? What are you even doing here?
This one's business will not harm you. The Abyss is a consequent plane that harbors many questions that this one seeks to answer. Answers do not comprise invasions or worthless fights.
I want to know who your tailor is, because I've never
What
seen a
lies beyond
slowed
is unknown, always
clothing
unknown.
before. Oh, I just looked up and saw the eyes. Ugh. I had not seen that before. That creeped me out a little bit. Oh, good. Nordic ruins, I know. Nordic ruins, I'm comfortable with. Creepy slowed rooms, not so much. This is the kind of dungeon that I know. This is the dungeon that I was ready for. But that's a new model of Slode, or at least it's a model of Slode that I've never seen before. I feel like in every other mod that I've ever seen that uses Slode, it's always the same model. The model going all the way back to Moonpath to Elsewhere, which That's crazy, because that means the slowed model that I'm used to is over 10 years old. I don't know, it's probably one of those things where other people are like, okay, but to me, that's crazy. That's like a piece of modding history, almost. Imagine trying to have a conversation with someone who doesn't know modding and you're explaining it to them and they're just looking at you like you're crazy. It's like, alright, nerd, calm down. It's like, hey, this is my life. Oh, finding fun? I'm used to this. If anything, I became very used to this during High Isle, during ESO High Isle. Oh, hell yes. Man, oh man, now I want that finisher in ESO for when I murder the fawn. Ooh. If anything, I would be perfectly fine if this wasn't randomized. The reason I say that is because I kinda like that we've gotten to see all these different zones. And I feel like you would miss some of the effect of seeing Dwarven, Nord, Snow Elf, etc. if it was randomized, unless it was guaranteed that you would see each and every one of them at some point. Wait, what's on your back? What is that on your back right there? Oh, is it supposed to be a play on the Welkunar style from ESO?
Well, well. What a pleasant surprise.
No matter where you hide, we will find you.
Yes, I had known that you would. Which is why I have prepared this little place for you. How do you like it?
It's nice, thank you. It'd be funny if there was a thank you option. We won't let you escape this time.
And I am sure you will try. But what do you get out of it?
The satisfaction of kicking the Thalmor's ass? That's all the satisfaction I need.
I mean that I have with me the possibility to learn how to control time, to teleport to a plane of oblivion on a whim. What do you have if you stop me? Friendship.
Yeah.
Child, in this life, friends can only take you so far.
What do you want?
You have joined the warrior in his battle, but never even considered joining my side. I am no fool. I know I have nothing to gain by fighting you. Rather, I shall lose precious time. I have nothing against you specifically. Perhaps I might use your knowledge, your strength. I ask you to consider joining me.
Is this a joke?
Do I look like I would joke at a time like this?
Hey, you could be smiling
You
underneath that
still
mask.
have time to choose my side and make a real impact on the world, unlike your friend back there.
Hi, friend.
Can I help you?
What's happening right now?
What do you want me to tell you? The Thalmor's trying to manipulate you to run away again. This cannot happen. Not this time.
It's strange that I would even consider listening to him. What if he's telling the truth?
What? You cannot possibly be thinking about joining him right now. The only thing he managed to do with that scroll is open portals and hurt people's lives. Tell me you're not joining him. Please!
Oh god, do I get a choice here? Oh, I think he's right with such powers. I could do anything. This is the end of the line for you. You're right, we have to stop the Thalmor. Alright. I like this. I wasn't actually expecting there to be a choice, because I feel like no one ever even gives you the chance to possibly join the Thalmor. I can see it still leading to you having to fight him because you're just a means to an end and he doesn't care about your actual livelihood, but I like that it's an option. We have to stop him.
Then let's go. We have a Thalmor to defeat.
Amen.
Well, well. What a pleasant surprise.
Okay, for a second I thought you had no eyes, it was your makeup. You're not getting away from us this time.
Disappointing. They're predictable. You would choose people over power. This is why you will never achieve anything in your short, pitiful life. Your story ends here. Now die!
Can I loot your armor? Because I kind of
not
want
getting
it.
away.
No, don't do that, don't do that. I saw him summoning, I was like, alright, we gotta interrupt him. That shield bash, oh, was a real lifesaver. I am wondering if I can get his armor. I really am wondering.
This is awesome.
Oh, it is. Also, can I loot you? Cuirass, gauntlets, greaves, helmets, wings. There we go. Yep, I can take all of it. It is mine. Oh, do we need to touch the scroll? Do we need to grab the scroll? I can't. Oh, no. What do we do? What do we do?
Greetings.
Greetings. It's over.
And the scroll is gone. I suppose it is better like that. Hopefully no one will find it in a million years.
Let's go find Rilia. She must have waited a long time for us.
Yes, let's go. Hey, stop that!
I didn't do anything. Don't you look at me like that. Don't you do that. Calm down.